Hello, my wonderful friends. How are we? Today's little installment is just a bit of a vlog, a little catch up. Lou is home, which is really cool.
Look who it is! Oh my god! Oh, reunited at last! Oh, look at you guys! Oh my god!
Aww, she's so cute.
Actually hasn't been completely smooth sailing. I'm sure she won't mind me mentioning this, but we've both become a lot more independent, you know, like having spent a lot of time away from each other, and now we're sort of cohabitating again, sharing the space. But you know, life's a lesson, baby. It can't all be smooth sailing. And yeah, it's great. Like I say, Lou and I are really good, but yeah, you know, there's a few challenges, man. Every relationship has its ups and downs, you know, and we're definitely learning a lot from this experience, but it's good. In other news, we've started to do Sunday Soul Sessions, which is like a little focused meditation group on a Sunday morning after my friend's yoga class, and it's a beautiful spot just down by Lake Montreal. So we sit around in a circle, and this week's theme was, can you guess? Gratitude, baby. That's my thing, isn't it? So we opened up with a sharing circle where we had like a talking stick, and we all checked in with how we were feeling and sort of catch up on the week. And a lot of people actually opened up quite a lot about if they were struggling that week. And then we came back to Lou and I, and then I gave a short introduction to gratitude and the gratitude routine that I've been doing. I encourage people to think of about 5 things they're grateful for, and we took a minute and we sat there and we took some deep breaths and we thought about what we were grateful for, and then just to notice any sort of difference on how you're feeling like after getting into an attitude of gratitude. And then my friend Ollie led a beautiful like guided meditation for all of us, and it was really special. And then afterwards we went around the circle again and we just shared one thing that we were grateful for, and we got some very positive feedback from that. Also, Lou made this wonderful like tray bake of like goodies. It was just like a flapjack, but with all sorts of yummy stuff, that berries that she'd picked from the garden and stuff, and it was really super yummy. It went down really well. Also, my friend Dan bought a load of courgettes that he was growing from his garden. He said he had an abundance of them, so everyone took a courgette, and then at the end we were left with about 6 of them. So Lou made like this really nice courgette lasagna, you know, where you like put courgette in thin layers instead of the pasta, and it was super yummy. So I'm really grateful for that. That was really cool. So Sunday Soul Sessions is actually something we're going to be doing every week from now on, which is really cool. Like Lou and I really enjoyed doing it. So Lou also did her first creative workshop this week, which she's been wanting to do for ages, but since she's got back from the retreat, she's got this like fire in her belly, and she was like, I'm doing it. She set it up, like 6 people turned up, that she got some amazing feedback from it. It was really cool, so she's really happy with that. She also made this incredible piece of artwork. It's to symbolize the lessons that she learned at the retreat and stuff. It's phenomenally good. It's cool. But she's been getting really creative, doing a lot of stuff, and it's been really good. We went on a lovely bike ride in Switzerland, which was really nice. And Lou bought this like little buggy carrier for Luna, because sometimes she did have like a bit of a bad leg, but it seems to have healed up now. But sometimes she gets really tired when we go on big bike rides. So we tried to put her in this buggy with hilarious results. Like, first of all, she like burst out of it and like ripped the zip open, and then she just doesn't like being in it.
Oh, guess what else broke? The fucking... Oh no, and the bag's blowing away. Oh.
Lou also got a brand new bike from Decathlon, which is really good. And of course, we're at Decathlon, so I absolutely nailed the wheelie down the wheeling walkway. I didn't really, actually, no. But yeah. But anyway, so I actually let go of my beloved YT Jeff C. I had this really cool like trail bike, and I loved it, but you know, like sometimes you get emotionally attached to things, which is really bizarre, isn't it? Like, I can't ride the bike. Lou isn't using it to its full potential. She was just like, mate, you've got like a really expensive bike sat in the basement. Well, we should sell it and use the money for other things. So we did. I let it go to this lady who, no offense to her, I really don't think she's going to use it to its full potential either, but she was the first to turn up, had loads of interest in it, and she gave me the full asking price, so can't complain. But it's so weird, isn't it? It's like when I sold my snowboards, it's like I'm never going to snowboard again. I'm not going to ride that bike again. Lou's not using it to its full potential. So with the money that we got from the bike, Lou managed to buy a brand new bike from Decathlon, which was a lot cheaper, and we paid the rent for the month. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, it kind of like just, you know, when you hold on to things for no reason, you're like, oh, I really love that bike. I've got such great memories attached to that material possession, which does no longer serve me. But I let it go, and it was a good choice. So the other thing I'd like to add is actually that I've been kind of struggling a little bit with my mental health recently, and it's good to be like open and honest about it. I've been feeling a little bit low. Just, you know, there is a polarity of emotions that exist, you know, like happiness can't exist without a bit of sadness. So I'm just trying to acknowledge that and sort of just be honest about it, because I know in a lot of my videos I really seem like super happy and like, oh yeah, super happy chappy, but I think it's really important to know that you can't be happy all the time. So if you're feeling a little bit sad, then I guess you just got to try and sit with it, make peace with it, you know, realize that it's temporary, like everything's temporary, like fear, struggle, joy, happiness, like your life is temporary, you know. I feel like I'm in a Wheels to Walking advert. But yeah, so just kind of acknowledge that whatever you're feeling at the moment, or for example me, whatever I'm feeling at the moment is temporary, you know. Like I have been struggling a little bit recently concerning my disability, actually. Like it's been kind of weird. I've been it's complete contrast to my last video. It's like, oh, my disability is my superpower. I've been kind of like just thinking about all the things that I'd love to be able to do, like ride my bike and all sorts. I mean, you know, I'm really grateful to have a hand bike and have sort of adaptive equipment, but there's so many things that I bumble around doing like quite clumsily, where I used to do like fairly fluidly and effortlessly. And you know, these feelings pop up from time to time, and it's good to just acknowledge them and be like, yeah, you know, like it is hard. It is a constant struggle. Life is a constant struggle, regardless of having a disability. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, having an attitude of gratitude helps, having a daily routine helps, having like a purpose, having all these wonderful things in your life really help. But sometimes feelings ebb and flow, and sometimes you'll just feel sad. And I've also noticed a very direct correlation between my screen time and my mood. So for example, I feel like I use Instagram or social media as like a crutch, you know, like the more I consume, the less I create, and the more I consume, like the worse I feel, and then the worse I feel, the more I consume, and it's like a cycle that repeats itself. It's kind of crazy, and maybe some people can relate to that. But the more I I don't know, like when I go out and play Fetch with Luna, for example, I'm out in the sun and I've got like, you know, I'm in the moment, I take some deep breaths, I feel the sun on my face, rather than the artificial light from my telephone, like, or, you know, scrolling or YouTube videos. Is that irony? I don't know, it's kind of numbing my feelings with entertainment, you know. And I mean, I think there's definitely you could strike up a really good balance with your entertainment, you know, like Netflix and chill with a loved one or a group of friends is like really cool. And, you know, like watching some really cool YouTube videos is great, but how hard is it to get like sucked into a YouTube rabbit hole and being like, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. And I've got like a 15-minute timer on my phone for Instagram, so after 15 minutes it says your time's up, and I'm like, holy shit, 15 minutes already, where did the time go? And I don't really feel that great after watching YouTube. Sorry, not YouTube, I quite like YouTube, but like Instagram, it's just like scroll, and it's kind of a bit boring so after a while. And then honestly, sometimes after the 15 minutes is up, I'm like, thank God for that, because I wasn't really getting much from it. Thank you for reminding me that 15 minutes has passed in the blink of an eye, and I can like put that down for the day now, because yeah. And Facebook as well. I haven't used Facebook in ages, but I've been creeping back onto Facebook, and it's kind of like drawing me in, but it is a bloody cesspit of nonsense, isn't it? It really is a negative, dark place, I find personally. So I've been steering clear of that, but like also being sucked in a little bit. And so basically, the more I consume, the worse I feel. The more I create, the better I feel, which is good. So that's about it for this week, guys. For those of you that are still watching, you're probably like, you know, the hardcore group that always watch my videos. And I know I've only got a really small audience, but I really like it. You know, like I feel like there's about 80 people that like watch my videos every week, which is cool, man. Imagine if I was like, oh, I'm going to do a talk and 80 people showed up every week. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, not everyone stays for the whole time. They're probably just like, yeah, no, let's go somewhere else. Hey, mate, do you want to, yeah. All right, let's, I don't mind that. That's fine. But like a lot of people do watch my videos every week. So it's actually quite important to me to stick to a weekly upload schedule and keep the momentum going. And I've been sort of out of the creative zone a little bit, as I've mentioned, but it is important for me to upload every week. So I will be doing that. And I'll promise to, I keep saying I've got so many cool ideas for videos, and I really do, and I'm going to follow through with that, I promise you. Thanks guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos, and all the lovely comments that some of you guys leave. I really love reading them, so thank you. And as always, love yourself, no matter how you feel, have love for yourselves and each other. Peace.